Hey, morning everyone. This is Trader Tim from EminiMind. Just doing a quick trade recap to kick off the week. We started the week here Monday, and it's still Monday morning, just doing a short video, and we had a little bit of a gap down. And the one thing I wanted to highlight this morning is that we have touched the top and bottom of the 30-minute range without breaking out. So there hasn't been and actually it's even the 15-minute range. The first 15-minute candle has encompassed the entire morning. So the high and the low for this morning session is the high and low of the first 15 minutes, which is also the high and low for the first 30 minutes. So haven't had a 15-minute breakout trigger, but I did want to go over a retracement trade here from the morning and just show you how kind of I walk through the start of the day. I find that being patient for the first 15 minutes and not taking any retracements in that first 15 minutes helps me kind of get some intel, if you will, to start the day. So if we look at the first 15 minutes, we can see the initial gap down and then the bounce. This is the first 1 minute candle. You can see very bullish, and then drifted pretty much straight down. And then we created this double bottom situation where we had the low, then we bounced, and then we had the next low that was the same as the prior low. And when this happens, double tops and double bottoms are great places to look for getting long and short. Now, at this point in the day, we were only 22 minutes in, so the 30-minute high and low that I have marked here were not officially established at that point. I will, obviously you have to wait for the first 30 minutes to complete before putting on those high and low lines. But the double bottom is still intact. So let's pretend like we go back in time here, and this is what it looked like at that point in time. Just the two low points. What you want to do is draw the full halfway back on the day. Anytime you kind of get moving outside of that 15 minutes, the first 15 minutes, it doesn't do a whole lot to draw up the first kind of full halfway back, taking the high to low of the day, or if it was an uptrend, low to high of the day. But at this point, you want to look for a bounce that does not touch that halfway back short. Because if we bounced up here and touched the halfway back short and then started to trade lower, you don't want to come in and take a long, because at that point the short would already be in play and would be gaining momentum to the downside. You don't want to come in here and try and jump in front of a moving train. You want to be either going with the direction of the trend. So if the market touched this 50% retracement and traded lower, then I'd be okay taking a short. So if we were to pretend that that this 50% was like here, and we touched the 50%, then I'd be okay coming in and looking for a short on the 512 tick chart here off of that larger 50%. But in this case, since that 50% short was above this cluster of highs, we rolled over, we made the nice double bottom. Then when we break this cluster of highs, we can come in and take a halfway back long off the double bottom. So you get low, bounce, second low is the same as the first low. That solidifies the double bottom. We break this swing high, which is also breaking the 61.8% of the retracement short on the 512, and then just coming in here, taking the long, looking at the 50%, 4, 5, 5, 7, 88, and then rounding up and adding a tick. So 45, 58 and a quarter is the entry, which gives you plenty of wiggle room to get in the trade before it actually touches the 50. In case it just comes down and touches it exactly, then you ensure that you get filled. And then it came down a little bit beyond the 50 and then turned around and went higher. And then at that point, you can just come in and start trailing the next 61.8 here. Put your stop below the 61.8 by a couple of ticks and just keep trailing up as you go, and just follow it all the way up. And when you get in a situation like this where the market starts to go fairly quickly, so we're talking, this is 62, and then all the way up here is 67. So this is like a 5-point run. If you start by trailing swings, like you're trailing the 61.8, and then the market does start to go up really quickly, you've probably heard me talk about this in other videos, you can come in and just start trailing each candle putting your stop below each candle on the 512 tick chart here, just by a tick. Sometimes the candles move really fast, so I'm, maybe a candle behind or 2 ticks behind. But the idea is I don't want to have my stop way down here at 61 if price is trading way up here, 6, 7 points away. That's a little bit much. I'd rather get out get out at 65, let's say, under here, and then re-enter. So pocketing the extra 5 points and then re-entering with a 2-point stop. So in most cases, trying to stay in a trade as long as possible is going to be much more conducive to keeping to getting a higher expectancy versus getting in and getting out more frequently. So it's not so much about the quantity of trades that I make in the day. I pay more attention or put more emphasis on how can I get into a quality trade and then stay into it as long as possible. But in a situation like this where the market really starts running and I've already been trailing my stop kind of conservatively by trailing the 61.8, that's when I come in and tighten it here. Just below, in this case, each candle's low. So we'll be talking about more of this kind of retracement style trading, kind of my bread and butter, in next week's masterclass. So if you want to tune in, you can do that live, or you can just get a copy of the recording afterwards. I'll put the link for that below. But yeah, that's basically my trading strategy for the ES as far as retracements go. You could also do it on the NQ or any other market, any other time frame, SPY. You could use it with options. It actually works really well with options because you're buying. Let's say you wanted to buy a call at this 50%. You're buying that call when the market is going down. So the premium on that option contract is going down into your order, and then you're getting out when the premium on that contract is up because it's going up with the momentum. If you were trying to buy a call option on a breakout, you're going to be paying more for it because it's already got the momentum. But when you're buying a call when the market is going down or has pulled back, just like buying a put when the market has bounced, you're going to get it at a much better price. So you don't have to trade futures using this strategy. You could trade the underlying stock on something like the SPY or the Qs. You could use futures. I like futures because you can be so precise with your entries. 2-point stop, 3-point first target, trailing, 1 tick, 2 ticks at a time. Away from a higher low. You can be very precise, but options are also great. Trading the underlying stock is also great. So just kind of whatever fits your comfort level, if you will. So that's all I got for you this morning. Looking for about 3 more weeks of solid trading here before we get into the Christmas season here. So we've got today. Kicking off 1, 2, 3, and then the week before Christmas, I would expect things to kind of slow down, maybe midweek, and then I don't trade the week between Christmas and New Year. So next 3 weeks, looking for some more good trades, and then we'll kind of call the wrap on the year. So hope you have a great week. Hope you had a nice Thanksgiving if you're in the States here, Thanksgiving holiday, and hopefully the next 3 weeks can kind of end things on a high note. And if you want a bit of a refresher or kind of tune up your trading for 2024, you can check out the masterclass. And if you have questions, just drop them in the comments. So thanks everyone. We'll talk to you soon.